The inspector provides you with the option to alter most items' appearance. The inspector can be accessed from the main software window. The inspector, by default, is split into several tabs, with each tab covering a different category. Item Attributes tab. The Item Attribute tab contains the controls that affect the basic shape and appearance of an item. Shape. To change the basic shape of an item to a square, rectangle, circle, oval, or polygon. If the item is a text box or a line, then the shape cannot be changed. Sides. If the shape is a polygon, the number of sides, ranging from 3 to 10, can be set either by dragging the slider or by inputting the value into the field next to the slider. Angle. If the shape is a polygon, the angle of the polygon can be set either by rotating the dial control or by inputting the angle between 0 and 359 degrees. Corner. If the shape is a square or a rectangle, it is possible to round the corners of the item either by dragging the slider or by inputting a value between 0 and 100. Color. To change the color of the text box, line, or shape, choose from the drop-down list or use the system's color picker by selecting Other from the drop-down menu. If the item is a picture box containing a mask or has zoom lock switched off, the background color can be changed. More information on these options can be found later in this video tutorial. Opacity. The opacity of an item can be set from 10 to 100, with 10 being almost transparent and 100 being solid. If the object is a shape that has a border applied, the opacity can be set to 0 in order to create a hollow shape. Border or line. To define the style of a line or a shape's border, select the item and tick the box next to the border. Size. The size of the border or thickness of a line can range from 1 to 40. With 40 being the thickest border. Color. To change the color of a border or line, choose from the drop-down list or use the system's color picker control by selecting Other from the drop-down menu. Opacity. The opacity can range from 10 to 100, with 100 being solid. Drop shadow. This enables a drop shadow effect on the item. The options below allow you to dictate how the drop shadow appears. Offset. How far away from the item you wish the drop shadow to appear. This value can range from 0 to 200 and can be controlled by dragging the slider or inputting the value into the field next to the slider. Angle. Angle defines the direction of the drop shadow. The angle can be entered either by rotating the dial control or by inputting the value between 0 and 359 into the field. Blur. A value of 0 will define a sharp, non-blurred shadow. The blur can be entered either by dragging the slider or inputting the value into the field next to the slider. Color. The drop shadow color can be changed to either one of the standard colors or a custom color via the Other option within the drop-down list. Expand. This expands the size of the drop shadow. This can be used to create a glow effect around the item if the offset is also set to 0. A value of 0 means no expansion, while a value of 50 means maximum expansion. Opacity. The opacity of the drop shadow can be set from 10 to 100, with 10 being almost transparent and 100 being solid. Here's a tip. You can also use the drop shadow option to create a border effect outside of the main border. By setting the offset to 0, the blur level to 0, and increasing the expand value.